resume the recording. So I again run this, and this is our data frame which I explained yesterday, and I am naming it, and row names also I am giving, and then I show you the data frame again. So this is our data frame, final data frame. Okay. And structure I have explained you yesterday. Today we see the extract the data from data frame. The what the row you want to extract, the column you want to extract from the data frame. Here I am giving you the little bit introduction of extracting the items. So I want to extract, if you see this data frame, there is a class fifth. I want to extract this column from this data frame. So either I could use the name of the column, or I could use the index of the column. So df, I will write the name of the data frame. Then I will use the square bracket. In the square bracket, if I am using the name, then I will use the quotes, double quotes or the single quotes. I will write the name of the column, and I will get that column in this way. Are you getting it on the screen? If I want to use the index of the column, then the before comma you have to write the row name, and the after comma you have to write the column index, sorry, row index and column index. So the we want all rows. All rows means 1 2 3 4 5, all the rows, day 1 to day 5, but first column only I want this one. So after comma I will write the column index, and the before comma I will leave it blank, and I run it. So I will get the values 30, 45, 77, 34, 21. So this in this way, in a vector format, I will get it. Okay. This is through the indexing. If I want to select the multiple columns, then by name. So I will write, I use, if I take more than one, I have to use a vector, combined vector. So C, and in the small bracket, I will write the both, whatever the columns I required, I will write the name of the columns in the square bracket, and I will run it. So I will get in this way. I have selected only two columns. Or I have another way, by the indexing I could use it. You know that this is my second column, this is my fourth column. If you see here, the class sixth and the subject, so class sixth is my second column and subject is my fourth column. So I will write the after comma, because the comma, before comma we write the rows, and the after comma we write the column index, and I will just run it. You will see I am getting the same thing as I have got here. Okay. Now I want a value from third row and the fourth column. So I will get a single value, third row and fourth column. This is my third row, and the fourth column value is subject is the fourth column. So I will get the signs here. Got it? So third row, before comma, the index of the row, and the after comma, the index of the column. And if I run it, I will get the signs. If I want a complete row, row 2, this I want the complete row. So I will just write the index of the row and comma, and I will keep it blank because I want all the columns of row 2. So I will get row 2. In this way, I could select the rows and columns. If I want to select the multiple rows and columns, then what I will do? So here you see, if I using the name, I will use the same thing. If I using the index also, I will use the vector, and the for name also I will use the vector. Before comma I will write about the rows, and after comma I will write about the columns. So day 2 and day 5 row, which is the indexing here, name of the row, sorry, and I run it. So I'm getting this. I could apply here df c 2 comma 5 c 2 comma 4. Okay, if I run this, I will get the same thing. Got it? By indexing or by name, we could access the uh, column and rows. And here, as I selected the second row, same way I could select the day 2 before comma I have to write. So I will get the same thing. I could change the row names. The third row names, I want to write the 3 instead of day 3. And there is a day 3, the third row name. So row dot names df3, I will show you what is the name there first. So it is the day 3 I want to change. I want to write the 3 instead of day 3. So if I run this, and then I will show you df. So you see here it is 3. Got it? And in the column name, in the third column, which is the class sixth column, not class 7th column, I want to change the name of this. I want to write the name class 9. So I will first show you what is the third column. It is the class 7. I want to substitute it by class 9. And if you see it, you'll get there is class 9th instead of class 7th. Okay. So it has been changed. In this way, we could make the change. The some value I want to change. I want to change the third row and the first value. So in the third row, first value, if you see, it is the 77. I will show you here also. The third row.
So I have one question.
Yes.
So by using row dot names, can we change the name of class 7 to class 9?
Class 7. No, row dot names we could not change. Na? Row names of the day 1, day 2, day 3, they are different.
So sorry, column name?
Column names, we will write the names. Name is default for columns only.
Okay.
Names I am using for that.
So yes, so I'm asking that you have used just the name. So instead of just names, but can we use called
No, no,
names?
name is only default for column names. That is not, we cannot use for the row names.
Okay, so
Either you could use the names or you could use the call names. There are two
yes.
we have. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
So there are two functions for the naming of the columns. Okay. Either any of you could use it. Both would work in the same manner.
Okay, sir.
But for row, there is row dot names. So here I will show you that you see it is 77, the third row and the first column. And I would like to change it with substitute with 57. So I just do it and I will show you. So it is the 57 now. Got it? You could change the value. So this is a way we could do it. Now we see how to expand the data frame. This is the expansion of data frame. This is not a merging of two data frame. Okay. We will see later about the merging of two or more data frames. Expanding the data frame, we could add few rows and columns in the data frame. So I am making a new row with a vector. This is a vector. New row is a vector name I have given. I could give any name, X, Y, Z, whatever you want. And there are the four columns. We know the first column is numeric, second is numeric, third is numeric, and the fourth is having the subject name. So I am writing here the maths under quotes. And if I run this, what would be the class of this new row? Can somebody explain what would be the class of this? Yes. Can somebody? Character. Correct. 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 Eventually, you are right. Aspa, you are right that it is would be character, because why it is character? Because the one element we have put as a character, so it will convert the class of this as character. If I show you this, you will see every number is under quotes now. Okay, so if I see the class of this, it is a character class. So what I will do, it is a row, so I have to row bind. So row bind, I have a function r bind for the row bind. So df in the data frame itself, I want to r bind. What I want to r bind? Df, whatever the my previous data frame, and I am adding new row which I have created here independent, and this. So if I run this, and if I show you that data frame now, so it is, you see, it is looking like this. Okay, does that make sense to everyone? But
Sir, once again, please.
okay, I will write the r bind function I will use for row bind. This is the new row I have created first, okay, as a vector, and this I
Yes.
want to add in my this data frame. Okay, so I will just write down the name of the data frame where I want to add it, then comma, then the new vector. Understand?
Yes, sir.
And r bind is a function row bind.
Okay.
I
Yes.
run this and I will show you in the console. You could also print it. So it is like this. But if you see the structure here now, so you see the structure, the every variable is now character, which was previously, if I show you the structure, if I have shown you, not shown you today's session, but previously it was numeric. First three were numeric. You know that? Previously, first three were numeric. Now they are again character. They are now character. Why?
Because the maths was the character only one because of one position.
Because the last row which we have add in the each column, so it has converted all column in character. Got it? So whenever you do this sort of thing, R bind, be very careful. Then again you convert the columns which have been converted in other class in the previous class. So I am not using the loop here. I will, when I teach you about the loop, then we could apply the loop and we could convert all the columns, whatever you want, in a numeric format. So one by one, we will convert here. This column first, I am converting df dollar and the s dot numeric df dollar this and this and this. So I run all together. Now I show you the structure you see. Okay, one I have not run. Na? What is the problem here? Is the class 9? Okay. So I do one thing. I again run this. So I want you to do this in this way, and I just add on uh, the name, day name. Okay, and I show you this, and I will show you the structure. This is our structure. Then I am adding this, here, and I again show you the structure. These are the character. Now I am converting this because I have converted the class 7th in 9, so it was not taking that. So I have taken again this. Now I'll show you the structure. So you see, they all three are the numeric now first, okay, and then is a character. Now, if you see this data frame, so here is a 6, or I want to day 6 here. I want to write the day 6. So I will rename it. So what? How I rename? Row.names, df in a bracket,
Ejects.
and
Yes.
the square bracket we will write the index number of that row. That is the 6th row. Okay. And if I show you this only, so you will get the 6. And instead of this, I want to put the day 6, so which I will write in the quotes, and I will do it, and I will show you. So you see it is now. It's look nice. Got it? So in this way, you could rename the new rows which we have added later on. Okay.
Yeah.
And now we see how to add the columns. Previously, we have seen how to add the rows in a data frame. Now I want to add one more column after this subject. I want to add the column for teachers name.
Right. We can use.
So I'm making one vector outside it where the name of the teachers Ankita, Parmar, and Pankaj, and Ankita, Pankaj, Parmar. This is the name, the day they will teach. Or I have given the object name new call, and I run it. And when I add the column, I will use the C bind for the column bind. Does that make sense to everyone? And the other thing are same, df column new call. I will show you. You see, it is my new column I have added. And if I show you the structure of this, the structure will remain same. There will be no change in the structure because it will not affect the structure, the column bind. Okay. And I want to give the name, a new name to that column. If you see, here is a new column, so I will give a name teacher. So the call names df5, I could use the names also instead of call names here for the column, and the teacher name. I run it, and I will show you in the view. So you see it is the teacher name here. Getting it? So this is a way to add the column and rows in a data frame. Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So let me explain you, sir, and you didn't put comma in rows 396. 396?
So comma before the C. So 396 and 398.
Yeah, yeah.
Both are same, right? 396 and 398 function is the code is the same. The output will be same. So why you didn't put comma before the C in 396?
When we use the column names, there is no requirement to write the put the comma when you are taking the column names only. Glenn.
Okay.
But for row, there is a compulsory to put the comma after it. Whenever I use the name for the row, you will see here I am using the row name day 2, but there is a necessary to write the comma after that. But for column names, you don't require that comma. If you put, it's okay. If you don't put, it's
okay.
No problem. It will give the same output.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Now we see about the factor. So the font is okay, or or to increase the font size? It is readable for you? Yes. Okay. So you see it. This I have written about the factor. 1 second. Okay. Factors are the data objects in R which are used to categorize the data and store it as a level wise. I will explain what is the difference between factors and character. They can store both strings and integers. We could store both strings and integer. String means the whatever the under quotes we write the subjects, the letters we use, that is the strings. Integers, the numbers, whatever we use. They are useful in the columns which have the limited number of unique values. Okay, we have, if we have a very limited unique values in a character or a in a strings or in a number numeric column, you could convert them in factor. Unique values like the male and female. There are very few unique values, the two unique values. So we convert them in a factor. And true, false, like this. And they are useful in data analysis for statistical modeling. Okay. Factors are created using a factor function. You know? Taking the vector as input. We use the vector as an input here. And this thing is only in R. It is not in Python or in other programming languages. Okay. So suppose I am creating one vector here. First, I am creating a vector. Vector of the directions east, north, east, west, west, north, south, east, west, whatever. And this is the I have written, and the name is V1. I have given to it. I run it, and then I will show you. So it is like this. Are you getting it? The same. And I will ask whether it is factor or not. Is dot factor. So it will give me the false. It is not a factor. Then what it is? So I will see the class of this. So this is character. Got it? And if I show you unique values of V1, how many unique values? So there are 4 unique values. We know that the 4 directions are north, south, east, and west. So I will get the 4 unique values: east, north, west, and south. Getting it? Okay. I'm getting it. And one more thing. If I convert this in factor, this vector I want to convert in factor, I will use the function s dot factor v1 and giving this another name v2. Okay. And if I ask again is dot factor v2, so it is true, it is a vector. If I see the class of this v2, so it is a factor class now, it is not a character class. If I show you the v2, so you see in the v1 and v2, first you see the difference. What is the difference? This is our v1 and this is our v2. What is the difference in v1 and v2? What major difference do you see here? Yes.
Yes, repeat once.
What is the difference between this vector I have created? Then I converted this vector into factor and then I print it. So what is the difference between this and this? What difference you see here when we print it? Yes.
The first one is at the character.
Hmm.
The second is as a factor.
Yes. So in the first, you see when I print the character, I am getting the quotes also. Here I am not getting the quotes. First thing. Second thing, it is not giving me how many unique values are there. It is giving me the labels, east, north, south, and west labels. It is giving me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to everyone?
So,
Here I
so
have
the
to
second,
use, yes.
so the second is as a factor with the level.
Factor always has the labels.
Yeah, yeah.
And a character doesn't have the labels. In the character, if we want to see how many values are there, type labels, so we have to use the unique values. So it in this way we could get it. These are the and this. Got it? In the vector, we have to use another function which is unique. So how many unique values are there? So there is 4 unique values. Here
Yeah,
also,
you're 4.
okay. But there is a difference in the order. You see, you read the order of both. What is the difference there? Are you getting some difference in the order of the values?
No, no.
And
It's,
here you see west and south and south and west. Alphabetical order I am talking about.
okay.
So what when you take the unique values, so what does it, how does it give us the unique values? I explain you. First, it see the value, which value first you write that first here. And then second new value he get and it give it us. Second time it get again east, so it will not write because it is already written here. Got it? Next it get west, so it will write the west. Okay. Again west, so it will not write the west because once it has already written. North already written there. Then south. Got it? Okay. Any doubt here? How does it take the unique values? One by one. And here you see, how does it take that? So here is a alphabetical order. A dictionary alphabetical order. E come first and then S and then W. Got it? It is as per the dictionary. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. But sometimes we want order by our side, and the fixed order I want. So then what I will do? Then what I will do? I will take use the function factor and put that vector which I want to convert in factor. Okay. I could use the s dot factor also. I could use the factor function here instead of s dot factor, because the s dot factor just convert in a factor, but the factor function we have some other attributes like labels. So this vector again v1 vector, you know that this v1 vector I have created earlier also. This is my vector, and I am not converting this in factor. Basically, I am just putting this. I will not do this. I will comment it. I will factor the v1 and I will give the labels. As per my order, I want to give this order to the labels, because when I am getting the labels like that, I just explain you. Just a moment. So you know that it is north, south, west, and east. But here, if we see the that arrangement, which we have got the labels, I will show you again that. You see, no, that factors I want to show you. East, north, south, west labels. East, north, south, and west. East, then north, then south, then west. It's not a cyclic order, which I want clockwise or anti-clockwise. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. So I want this in clockwise order. I want north, then south, then east, then south, then west. In this way I want. Got it? So for this purpose, what I will do, I will use these labels. Okay. And here I will write the north, east, south, and west. Got it? What label I require. And I run it. I will show you the V2. Now the north, east, and southwest. Got it? It is the cyclic order I am getting in. What are the labels order I want? I could write in. Does that make sense to everyone? Now, we see the generating labels. It is a function. One more thing I would like to explain. If you want to see what are other attributes of the factor function, you just put the question sign anywhere, any function you want to know. Just write it and you control enter. You will get here. I will show you. So this is the character. X is a character. That is a vector basically. And then the labels. Okay. And labels, you could write the labels in labels also. If it is ordered also, ordered is dot order X and max. So ordered is a different thing. I will show you how to write the ordered. So I will show you that. I try to create that one also, whether it works or not. I am making one vector of the improvement of the patient. There are three sort of improvement levels we are we want there. None, some, and marked improvement. So first patient has some improvement. Second patient has none improvement. Third patient has some improvement. Right, none. Fourth has marked improvement. and then again none, sum, none, and finally mark. This I am making one vector. And I run it. And I will show you the improvement. This is a simple vector. And I convert this in factor, the same name, or I write the imp only. For this, I change it. So I factor. In the factor, I will write the improvement, which is my vector. Then labels. I will write the labels. Mm. I will write the ordered labels. I know. Ordered. So I could not use that. Whether I think that it works or not. I will see it works or not. Because I have not done this previous. See, we are getting the length when the first will be used. The argument.
Because
It is not an error if the ordered.
yeah, marked it of the n. Then
Yes, yes.
the first level is marked.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. We have to make the outside that. First, we show the labels. Labels, I will write the labels C, sum, marked, sum, and
Hmm?
just a moment, sum, and none also.
Naga. One irraa
It is clear. And ordered. Let's go. Let's go. So I am. I just do it and see the warning, the length. It is also not taking that. I just see it. Just a moment. What's the problem with the ordered? Logical flag. Label should be regarded as the order in order given. Just a moment. I'll just see here. Here you will see the things, whatever you require. They have not mentioned here also. Ordered equal to true, we could do it. I just put the T and I see what happens now. Now it's working. Okay, got it. You see what is the difference between the unordered label and the ordered label? I want to show you that thing. So I was doing it because sometimes they change the attributes, but you see here in the previous case when we have got the odd labels, we have got the labels in this way. Like the gender, if you have the gender column, there is no order. The male will come first or the female will come later. There is no need of order. But sometimes in the some variables we require the order also. So none is the smallest one, then some, and then the marked. Okay. So that is the ordered we could put. Got it? None, some, and marked is in an ordered factor. Generating label is a very simple. It is another function for making a factor. I am making a factor with 3 labels. So I will write the number of labels first in the GL is my function. This 3, Indore, Bhopal, and Ujjain, city name. And each I want 4 times. So 4 3 times 12. I will get a 12. And I run it. I will get in this way. Got it? Any doubt here? Yes. So let's continue the next script. Okay. So up to here we have.
Once repeated about the V3.
What? V3. V3 is it is a generating factor labels. We can generate factor level by using GL functions. It takes 2 integers as an input. 2 integers. One integer is this and one is this as input, which indicates how many labels. First indicates how many labels. So these are the labels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
okay. Thank you.
And how many times, and second integer, how many times each labels you required.
I understood it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we see the second script. Whenever you write the name of any object, don't start with any number. If you start with number 1 dot more, yeah, you want to give the object name to any variable, it would be wrong. It will give me the error. So that is apply in the every language. Okay. This rule. So unexpected symbol in 1 dot more. If you are very, it is compulsory to write the 1 first. Then you write the 1 in this, in a letter form. Otherwise, you could write more dot 1. That is okay here. It is okay. You could write the number at the end, more dot 1, more underscore 1, more 1. You could write in this way. And I run it. So this is okay, no problem. But don't start the object name with any numeric value. Understand? Don't use very long object name, just like I have used here. One more object, it's a very long name. You have to use again and again these names now. Otherwise, you could make somewhere the spelling mistake if it is a long name. So object name should be as short as B. It should not be start with the numeric first thing. And arithmetic operations, I will explain you now. I have a vector, creating a vector. I show you in the blank sheet so you could better understand. I will take one blank sheet here. And I will explain you. First, I am making a one vector. This vector has the 6 elements. I write the 5 only. Okay.
Okay.
This is my X, and I am making another vector Y. And that is okay. I run this. If I show you the both, X is my this one, Y is my this one. Both are numeric, you know that. If you see the class of X, it is numeric. Class of Y is also numeric. So in the numeric variables or the vectors, we could perform the arithmetic operations. And we could perform the operation like X plus Y. See what happens here. We are getting 4, 11, 4, 14, 10. So it correspondingly, it is working 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 7, 11 in this way. Got it? You could perform any operation X minus Y. Why we give the space between these? So it look nice only. Yeah? If we don't give the space, don't worry, it will give you the result. Okay. And I also, it is a case sensitive language. So be very careful. Why? It's the multiplication X and Y. And if I want to divide, I will get the division. I want only the 2 decimal places. So I will use the round function or round it off. Whatever the decimal places, after decimal places digits you required, you write that number here. We write the 2. So it is the after decimal I am getting 2. If I don't write anything, I will get the single number without before decimal what I get. Okay, round off. Does that make sense to everyone? Yes.
Yeah.
And if I increase one element here, in Y only, and I try to add this now, we are getting one warning message. That is the X plus Y. Longer object length is not a multiple of shorter object length. So longer object length is 6, which is not a multiple of shorter object length, which is 5. So either we should convert this in the 10 element or to convert in 5 itself. I convert in 10 element. Right here 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now the length is 10. If I perform now, I am getting it. How I am getting this? Because the in X there is only 5 elements, in the Y there is 10 elements. So what it is doing? It is repeating. Understand? It is repeating. How does it is doing this thing? I explain you. You know that in the first X there is 3, 4, 2, 5, 6. In the second you see 1, 7, 2, 9, 4, 5, 10, 3, 6, and 1. So what it will do, it will add on this x plus y or x minus y, whatever we do. We are adding x plus y. This is our x and this is our y. So it is the 4, it is 11, it is 4, it is 14, it is 10. Now here, this again, it is shifting here, 3, 4, 2, 5, and 6. Again, it is 8, 14, 5, 11, 7. Got it? Is there any doubt now? Yes. Yes. No doubt?
No.
So I clear it. So this is the addition or subtraction multiplication we could do in this way. Percent I have explained in the previous session. It gives us the modulus remainder. Okay. Now we have a function sub and g sub. Sub and g sub function. Sub is for the substitute. G sub is for the gross substitute. Okay. The attributes, if we see here, what are the arguments are there? First is a pattern. This pattern you want to replace by which you will write here, and where you want to replace the variable, the vector. Is it clear? So I am giving one address here, CH/206/16, scheme number 74C, Vijayanagar, Indore, and it is under one quotes. So I will show you. It will look like this. If I print this, and I am substituting this forward slash with hyphen. And this is the pattern. This is the replacement, or where I want to do this. I want to do this in this vector add. Does that make sense to everyone? And giving new name address 1. And I run this and I print add 1. You see, is there any difference between add and add 1? Yes. There's difference. Yes. Getting any difference? No response. What is the difference between these two? No difference.
Sir,
The first
instead of bar, hyphen is there. CH.
only the first has changed now.
Yes.
Other are remain same.
Yes.
Afsan, you got it. We have substitute this forward slash with the hyphen, but it has replaced only one, first one. Again, I do in this add 1, which we have converted. Now I am working on this. So again, I am applying the same function, same thing, but on this new object add 1 and making another object add 2. And I will show you add 2. So here you see what is the difference now. Now another one changed. Next one also changed. But other are remain same. But in column, where you do the work in the data frame, you want the same thing in the whole column with the all values. Got it? Or not? So there we use the gsub function, and gsub function I am applying the add one. So not add one, add this one. This you know that this is this one. So I will change all together, using the gsub function instead of sub. If I use the sub, it will do one by one by one by one. So I will use the graph substitution and I run it and I will show you. Now it has changed all. Does that make sense to everyone? Is it clear to all or not? Now I will show you where we use this sort of function, okay, in the real time scenario or in the real project, where we could use the gsub function. So we have a many ways to read the file. Okay, if we have a file here in this project, then I don't have to use that function what I am going to use now, because that file is not here, which I want to show you. That is somewhere else in my system and some other location. So what I will use, that is a CSV file. So I will write the read.csv and file.choose. I will keep it blank and I just run it, and I want to read this file and give a name to this data frame would be MD. So I will run it and I will get a pop-up window like this. Sometimes this pop-up window lies here. Okay, so when it does not seen here front of you in the screen, you also check on the taskbar and bottom of this, and you will get this some file, and I will select that. So this is the file. I have read it now. It is now in my environment. You see MD file, and there are the 15 variables and 2500 observations. So if you want to view it, you will just click and you will get this. Okay, these are the all variables I am getting here. So I want to change this percent. I don't want this percent in this column. I want to remove this percent sign. Does that make sense to you? Because when you remove this at this moment, if you see the structure of this, you could see the structure here also. You just click, you will see the structure. So this is the interest rate is a character here. Got it? Getting it? Character. So it is character. It means why it is character, because there is a percent sign, there is a quotes. So first we have to remove this percent sign, then we have to convert this in numeric form. Okay. So the removing this percent is very important for us first. Then we could change this in a numeric format, or then we could apply some mathematical operation here. Is it clear to all? So for this purpose, I will use that syntax, that is the gsub. gsub. So I just remove this and again type this so you could better understand. A structure I have shown here, so I will not show you the structure again. MD. Okay. So I will write the MD dollar interest rate. And here what I want the gsub function. Okay. What is the pattern? Pattern is the percent. And I want to remove this, so I will not write anything in the quotes. Even I will not use the space in the quotes. And where I want to do it, I want to do it in the same MD dollar interest, right? Does that make sense to everyone now? Okay. And I run it. I will show you that MD again. You see, is there any percent sign now in this column?
No.
Yes. So we have removed
No.
that, but
Yeah.
still it is character. I will show you the structure. Still it is character. You see, I will show you in the console now. You also could see here. I will show here interest rate. It is character. Still it is character. Okay. Now I will convert this in numeric.
As dot using as dot numeric.
So I will use the using as dot numeric function on the same variable. Does that make sense to
Yeah.
everyone? I don't have to type it again. I will just run it. And again, I will show you the structure. You will see now it is numeric. Got it?
Numeric.
So this is very important function. G sub function and the sub function is very important in the data manipulation. Okay. When we pre-process the data, for our analysis, that is very important. So these all functions what I am going to explain you are very important, and you have to do practice with this, and you have to apply again and again when you do the analysis. Pre-processing is a very important task in the data analysis. We data analysts spend our 60 to 80% time on the pre-processing of the data. No, only the 40 to 20 to 40% time we spend on the modeling, the training the data, or doing the inferential analysis. This all. Okay. So say next function we have the paste and paste zero.
And the
So
first.
paste and paste zero. Is it clear? Sub and G sub I have explained you. Now the paste and paste zero I will explain you. So what does it do? I will explain you here, and with the new one. I am writing here X for what mistake I have did here in all. What is the mistake? I have done some mistake incident intentionally. Sorry. I want to know from you, your side, what is the mistake?
So between data and scientist space won't be there.
No. Somebody else?
Can you repeat the question? Repeat once a question.
No. And Pawn is right. I have not used the quotes here. Correct? Got it now? What was the mistake? This was the mistake. Quotation I have not put there. Okay. So I run this. And I will paste X and Y. I will see what paste function do. It concatenate. Paste X comma Y. Look at this. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
It is concatenate. I could use some separator between them also. I want to put the separator like put the separator always in quotes. You see what does separator mean? Got it? Okay. And if I don't put the separator in the paste function, then it will give me the space there. And Praveen and Parmar, in between there is a space. There is a paste 0 function. If I don't use the separator, if I use the separator and I keep it, I don't write anything in between the quotes, even I don't keep any space there, then I see what happens. Look at this. There is no space between. The same thing I could get through the paste function, paste 0 function, x comma y. In the paste 0, I don't require any separator. Separator I have to requirement in the paste function only. So the paste 0 function, we could perform the same task through the paste function also. Okay. Does that make sense to everyone? What does it mean? We could use the 3 also. Okay. And could use the separator. I'm not taking any space between them. I could use either the single or the double. Paste 0 I could also use. Okay. If you write the letters in capital and you run it, you will get the all ABC. If you write the small letters and you run it, you will get the small alphabets. So what I am doing the paste 0 with the small letters, 26 letters I have, and 1 to 26 number I will use with that. So you see what happens now. Look at this. A1, B2, C3, A, B4 in this way. Got it? Any doubt? I could use another attributes like I use a separator first. No, paste 0, there is no that use of the separator. If I take a paste letters, comma 1 is to 26, comma separator. Separator I take as a stick. Then I'll show you. I'm getting in this way. There is another attribute that is a collapse. And the collapse by which? Collapse by plus sign. What I am getting, you see here. Yes. Got it? Yes. The collapse you understand? Or do you have any doubt with the collapse? No, collapse does not remove the space. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a second. I have to send one urgent mail. Okay. Just a moment. I just 91 276. Just a moment. Just to see there was a yes. What does it mean by the collapse? I explain you now. Look at this. We have a column like this. We have a column. I'm just giving you the simple example. We have A, B, C, D, and E. This is our first column. In the second column, we see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here we are performing a function. This is our X and this is our Y. Suppose we are performing the paste XY. And we are using the separator asterisk here. Okay. So what we are getting, A asterisk 1, A asterisk 2, A asterisk, sorry, A no, B, A asterisk 2, C asterisk 3, D asterisk 4, and E asterisk 5. In this way we are getting, got it? But we are using the collapse function when with the paste, the collapse attribute, sorry, not the function. Collapse, we are using plus sign. So what it will do, it will collapse that The similar thing you will get in the each row. Same thing, not the similar. The same thing you will get in each row. Got it? Yes. This is collapse now. If you have a column, suppose you have a column in the data set, that column is a scalar column where the all values are same. So this column will give you some information. You will involve this column in the analysis, in the further analysis. Yeah. Can somebody reply me? If you have the same values in one column, it will give you new information. You could apply, you could use it further in the analysis. It will help you in the further analysis. If you multiply with this something and the divide by something, and you will get some. It is important. It would be importance. Yes, I would like to ask that thing. This column has some worth or not? It has worth. You could apply this in the further analysis. The same value in the all observations, you are getting the same value, the same value you are getting. It will help you, give you the some new information. Will it help you to give some more new information in the further analysis? Yes. This column will not help you for finding out the new information. This column is collapsed. So this is the same thing you are getting in the each row. So it is collapsed. Got it? Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. So this collapsed name we have used for the attribute. Now this column is not helpful in the further analysis. We will not include this column in further analysis. Up to here it's okay. But in the further analysis, we will remove it. We will not include it. Either you want to keep in the data frame, you keep it, but we will not use it. This is useful. There are the different things. They are the same thing. Okay. So that is the collapse mean. Understand? What does it mean by the collapse? Now we come to again the same point. I have some messages. So this is all about the paste and paste 0. Now the function substring. In this function, I am writing one IP address in the quotes. And if I print this IP address, you will see this is my IP address. And I do one thing. I remove all things and then I show you that IP address. This is my IP address. I want to select from the 3rd place to 9th place. Okay. So substring, it is applicable only on the strings which are in the codes. So I will apply this IP 3 to 9. So you will see 3rd place 3, 4, 5, 6 space will include 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So up to here we get this. We got it. So you could substring the things. Where we use it, I will explain you. Sometimes we get this sort of things. We get the data in this format. Okay, I will show in the MD data also. You see, this is the FICO range. It is in class interval. 690 to 694. What we do with this sort of data manually, what we do when we get this class interval, the group data? When you manually solve the problem of the mean, mode, median, what we do with this data? Can somebody tell me? Yes. Yes. If you have the class interval, the group data, what you do with that variable when you solve manually? You have done the questions of mean, mode, median, you have found it out in your college or in the school. Mid value, correct? Rupavati, you are right. We find out the mid value. How do we find out the mid value? We add the lower and the upper limit and divide by 2. We add 735 plus 739 and divide it by 2. We get the average of this. That is called the mid value. Okay. So here, when we get this sort of data in our variable, what we do, I explain. Here I am taking a variable. I have created this vector var1, and I am substring. I will substring the first 3 from it in the variable 1. From 1 to 3, I am taking out 1 to 3, the lower limit, and that would be a V1. So I will show you later on that V1. So I will show you the V1. Look at this. This I have got 150, 250, 350, 450, 550, the lower limits of all. But still it is in quotes. So I will convert them in the numeric. And now I will show you. So it is numeric now. Similar thing I will do with the upper limit, which is the 4th is the hyphen. 5, 6, 7, 5 to 7. That starts with 5 and end with 7. This is the start point. This is the end point I have to write. So I will substring this. And still if I show you, it is a quotes, and then I convert this in numeric, then I show you it is a numeric format. Now what I will do, now I could perform that activity, mathematical operation, V1 plus V2 divided by 2. So this activity I will do it here and give the name V3, and I will show you. So this is my weight value. Got it? Okay. Does that make sense to you? Now there is a function string split. String split function, you will see that I have taken one address again, and there is a hyphen, and I want to split this all wherever the hyphen is. And from there I want to split it. If I show you this print, I will get this way. I will string split it. So I will get it split it everything. Can anybody say me what it is? It is a vector or list? Is it vector or list?
List.
List, correct. It is a list. Okay. So this give me the output in a list format. Understand? Sequence, you know that the arithmetic progression or the arithmetic series. What does it mean by the arithmetic progression? Do you have any idea? Yes. Suppose I write this like this way. I use it 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. So if I see the difference of two consecutive terms, I will get the same difference. 5 minus 2 is 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. 11 minus 8 is 3. 3, 3. Got it? So there is a common difference. So that is the arithmetic progression or the arithmetic series. So here the same thing in the sequence function we do. From 1 to 15, I want a sequence like the arithmetic sequence. This sequence I like. I want, and by the difference of 3, common difference I want 3. From 1 I will start it, and it should end 15 or maybe the before 15 as per the numbers. So I will do it. Look at this. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13. After 13, if you add 3, you will get the 16, which is greater than 15, so it will not include it. Does that make sense to everyone? Now the sequence, I am taking the length 10. I want the 10 numbers, including 1 to 50, with the same common difference. But I don't know what would be the common difference if I can divide this in the 10 part. So I just write down the length equal to 10, and I will get these numbers having the same common difference. Understand? Any doubt? Now the function
Please
repetition.
repeat once.
I want the 10 numbers including 5 to 50. So you will count there are 10 numbers having the same common difference. One, if you subtract it, you will get the same common difference over there. If I convert this in 12 part, so I will get the 12 numbers which has the common difference same. The difference would be same in the two consecutive terms. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That is the thing. Here we are taking the length, here we are taking the common difference. Okay. So we have two options.
Okay.
We could make by two-way this thing. Now there is a repetition function. I could repeat any number by any times. So 5 I want to repeat 10 times. So look at this, 5 10 times. I want to repeat A 7 times. I want to repeat AB. So when there are two, I will use the vector 4 times. So I will get the AB, 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 AB. But I want, if I write the each 4 times instead of only 4, it is the by 4. It is the 4 we write here, and the each 4 if I write, you see the difference what is the between. A will come 4 times first and the B will come later on that. Is it clear to all? Replication. It is a replication basically. Okay.
Okay.
So I think it is sufficient for today. Tomorrow we see some more functions which are very important in the pre-processing of the data. And tomorrow we try to finish it. Tomorrow is a Friday. And we finish these functions, and the day after tomorrow, Saturday, we will cover our that descriptive analysis part. Okay. So tomorrow we will finish all the functions. There are very few functions. We will finish the half session. These all functions. Then we start the descriptive theory. I will explain you little bit, because in the first three sessions, two sessions I have explained already, but the few things I have to explain more over there, and then we start the descriptive analysis with R. Yes, we will offer the R2 after this, but not the immediate. It may take some time, because the R1 in this session, there is very few candidates. I don't know why. Otherwise, our each session got 80 to 90 strength in the R1. So we could easily convert them in R2. Here you see there is only 20 participants are there, or how many will come in the R2, we don't know. So we arrange one more R1 session, and then we combine for the R2. Okay. Okay, we will do it. We will do it, but it will be one week gap. It may be there. Okay. So, okay, we will inform you. We will send you the mail. And thanks everyone for attending the session. Okay.
Okay.
See you tomorrow.